Access denied. Access granted.
Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Earlier it was evening for me, but now it's after. Now it's early morning. Not too early. It's 8 o'clock, 8:17 my time. Yeah, countdown, countdown to New Year's. I hope everybody is getting ready for New Year's resolution, New Year's hope, New Year's goals. You want to have new habits. You want to break old habits. It just kind of depends on where you want to go. If you want to have a relationship, I sometimes have to change my old habits to accommodate the new habits and the new relationship. But yeah, I got Fred with me. I got Alan with me. I got Vancouver, and I have Australia.
Good morning, all.
Merry Christmas to all, and yeah,
Hey,
hopefully,
Roger, how's it going?
years. Don't get too drunk, and if you do get drunk, don't drive home. That's
Oh
my
gosh, yeah.
Mr. Tux, how's it going? That's why he says
Are you
slow
gonna
down.
Alan, for your for New Year's? Are you gonna go over to your friend's house for New Year's?
Who's that directed at, mate?
You, Alan. Are you gonna go over to your friend's house and have New Year's party, or what are you gonna do for New Year's?
I'm going to head down to the bay, going to have a couple of quiet ones down at the beach, watch the fireworks, then stroll back home.
Oh,
Hey,
that
Thomas,
sounds.
how's it going?
Hey, Thomas, Mr. Tux, Roger Miller. How you doing, brother? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my time with you guys. That's what I'm gonna do on New Year's, probably on New Year's Day also. Not Don't have anything really exactly planned out. Probably have my aunt, my cousin has maybe they'll have some munchies. That's just about pretty much it. What about you, Fred? What's gonna happen on your New Year's?
I'm just gonna stay home, probably go see my mom and dad next door and my sister.
And will they have? Do they have a drink on New Year's?
Oh yeah, they'll have a drink or two, or three or four.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the only one that doesn't really drink that much. So,
Oh,
it's like me and my mom don't drink that much.
I got a friend of mine in the Philippines. He always gets hammered. I mean, practically all the time. And his parents are like pretty well to do. And the one New Year's party I went to, they were having a all good time and everything. And his mother got drunk, and his mother's saying, "See how you act," and she was being quite obnoxious to her son, and it was like payback time. And yeah, and and he wasn't really drinking that much, but just watching his mom, and he was telling his mom to calm down and everything, and his mom was saying, "This is how bad you act all the time when you drink." And yeah, but did he learn his lesson? No. He lives at his mom and dad's house with his wife and his two kids. He works for his dad. His dad's like a building contractor. So yeah, it's not. I mean, he got it. He has it kind of easy because he gets to work with his parents, and you know, and if he gets sick, he could just. I mean, like too drunk, he can just tell his dad, "Oh, I got a hangover. I don't want to go to work," and his dad probably says, "Okay." But in the real world, that doesn't happen. Well, it does happen, but not too often.
Yeah, I was lucky enough. My old man lined up my first job, but the thing was, it wasn't at his work. It was at another place. And if I didn't do my job properly, if I rocked up late or anything like that, my old man knew about it, and I got my ass kicked. I didn't get a, oh, that's okay, son. I got told off. I got in deep shit for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's not fun working for your parents. Lot of work, very lot of work, lot of work and a little bit of pay, a little bit of recognition.
I don't know. I've never skipped work because I was hungover. I've always have gone to work, even hungover, even partly drunk still.
I when I was in the Philippines, we went out with my students and we got drunk, and that's when I was living at the dorm with the students. And luckily, I got up and I went into my classroom and I got get everything all ready. But my group class, they were all the same people that I went out with that night, and none of them went to class. And I said, "Good." I just turned out the light, put my head down, put my head down on the table, and I had an hour nap. But yeah, I made sure there's a booklet, like a timesheet, and my students had to sign saying that they went to class. So each one of my students that missed class, I had to go make sure they signed their class, if I could get paid for it. Yeah, but
Well,
they well see they said my Korean students said when we go out drinking at nighttime, that's like having class with me because they have to speak English, and I speak English back to them. So that's their interpretation of class. I liked it.
man, I was thinking if I go over there, over to the Philippines, I reckon I'll get a gig like that. I'll teach them how to speak not English, Australian. And yeah, what we'll do is just hang out at bars and pubs, get pissed, and they'll pay me for it. Now that sounds like a good opportunity.
Yeah,
You know, I was thinking of that, taking those online courses to teach English in other countries. But those
uh,
courses are not cheap, man. Holy shit.
Gibbs is doing it right now, I believe. Oh, he's going to get ready to. Uh, I believe he's going to get ready to go to China and teach English. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but I understand that through what everybody's talking.
Well, Dad,
Go do
one
that.
is just
But yeah, China, Vietnam, Korea, and Japan is a little bit more stricter because they want you usually to be a teacher and a teaching degree and maybe online teaching classes that you get a certificate for it.
that's what I was thinking of doing. And then maybe
Yeah,
when I go to the Philippines, then I could score a job out there doing that kind of stuff. And
yeah,
longer than I want.
yeah. Well, when I lost my internet cafe, that's what I did. but I had Korean students that was at my internet cafe, and they already know I like Korean food, so they invited me to a birthday party at the school at their school that they belong to at their academy, and they introduced me to the owners, and we hit it off real good, and they told me, "We'll give you this much. We'll give you uh, like a dormitory room, like your own room." That you can stay in. Like if you're not having class, you can go in your room and take a nap. So, and then they said, we'll give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so, and then they said they'll also pay me like on an hourly wage or as like a group class or a man-to-man class. And man class is like just you and I talking, but a group class, I had up to 11 people in my class. That part kind of sucked because I didn't get paid for an individual student. I just got paid for one whole class. But yeah, I did that for quite a long time. I got paid pretty well. I had no teaching degree. I had no documents or nothing. I was just a native English speaking person, and I had a lot of good stories to tell. So they wanted me for a my class was conversation class, English speaking conversation. But again, most of my class, I was out, like we would go out drinking in the bars and like movie theaters, restaurants. And that's, I mean, the students said, let's do this. The students were like adults. Some I had college age, and in the summertime and in Christmas time, I did have high school age students. Some boys, some girls, some both. But that was a brand new thing, and I just had to study a little bit because they give you a booklet for like lessons, and you had to present a lesson for each day. But yeah, pretty. Matter of fact, I was thinking about making up a little storyboard with my students. I got a whole bunch of pictures of my students and me um, in it, uh, on my computer, of us drinking and out partying. hey, hey, I mean, the owner would go out drinking with me, and
There's
sometimes,
nothing wrong with getting paid to enjoy yourself, mate. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, sometimes, yeah, Alan. Sometimes the owner and I would be out drinking, and then we would see the student out drinking when they were supposed to be at the school, and the student got busted, so they had to go back to the dormitory because it was a weekday. They could go out on the weekend, but during the weekday. But yeah, I got a lot of pictures of me with my students. I mean, I'm sure some of my stories sound far fetched, but honest to God, all my stories are true.
Well, there is an Aussie saying, never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I think a lot of my students would be coming back from Australia. They would go to Australia to learn English, and they also had like a work program. So some of them would go to work on farms. Some of them would go to like a meat packing plant. Some of them would go to like a warehouse. So they would go to Australia, go to school, and go to work and make money at the same time.
I reckon I worked with some of them when I was doing meat processing work because, yeah, there was a lot of Chinese, Filipino packers basically, and their job was just stick meat in bags, stick the meat in boxes and put it on the production line. So, yeah, I experienced that.
Yeah.
They make good money too.
Oh, yeah. They told us, but the bad part for my Korean students, they said it was difficult for them to understand Australian accent.
Yeah, I can understand that because, believe it or not, it used to piss me off. Like, you see somebody, you had to put, say, 10 kilos in a bag, and they'll put 11 kilos in the bag. And then you try and tell them you're putting the wrong weight in the bag. They just look at you, nod, go, yes. And then you turn around and go back to your job and look back, and they're still doing the same mistake, knowing you have to fix it later.
It's the same thing with Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and also in England. They had difficulties understanding the accents. Usually,
when I worked in a plastics company, Kevin, we used to have East Indians and Vietnamese and Chinese people. And then when you're trying to explain something, they speak perfect English, but as soon as they get into shit for something, that's when they don't remember how to speak English. I don't understand you. I don't understand
you. They could comprehend what's
Well,
going
no,
on.
They understood perfectly fine, but when they got into shit, that's when they decided they didn't know English.
Yeah, they just can't put it into words. They can't express themselves. So yeah, that's it cost too much money for them to come to the United States, and really there is no private English speaking academies for Koreans, language centers in the United States, because one, U.S. people don't really care to teach people English.
Yeah, but not in my case. When like you say, we were, we used to make like bags, garbage bags, Safeway bags, and stuff like that, and roll this plastic. I used to be an extruder operator, and if they made a mistake, that's when they forget how the English works. That's when they decide they don't. Any other time they understand it perfectly fine, and they can speak perfect English.
Yeah. Well, because they don't want to admit that they made a mistake, and they don't want to admit. Then they become like you're talking to a doorknob.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, in my workplace, it was even worse with the Chinese. They had a Chinese English-speaking woman that was supposed to be their translator, but she could not translate the English to them properly, so they still made mistakes. It was kind of comical. I actually wonder if the woman's still there.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. The language barrier. Even with Filipino students, I had to go to I had to go to my daughter's school, and my daughter's star, and my daughter would have to stay at the school in the class, and Star would have to translate to the teacher because the teacher doesn't understand what I'm saying, and the teacher's too shy to talk in English. So Star would go and translate for her. So my daughter got extra credit for that also. So. Yeah. So yeah, it's good to learn a language when you're young because it's easy. When you get our age, you know, that's not going to happen. We're not going to learn another country's language. Like if you go to Vietnam or Cambodia or heck, even Singapore, Hong Kong, Korea, Japan, we are too old. It's just too difficult. But when you're young, when you're a child, then you're like a sponge and you can absorb all the languages, and it's no problem.
Yeah, that's true. When I was younger, I learned how to speak Spanish. But now my missus is trying to teach me how to speak Tagalog, and I'm like, no idea. I'll remember it for maybe a day or two, then boom, it's gone. Unless I hear it 50 times a day, I have no chance. That's it.
Exactly. It just goes over my head. It bounces on off me, and I just can't.
Or the pronunciations of some of the words are, oh my God.
Well, some of the words, I mean, cuss words, bad words, you gotta remember because because they're told at you long enough.
Yeah,
I
that's
just swear.
true.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I also found out in the Philippines, different parts speak different dialects of the same language. So that, like, how the hell are you supposed to win with that?
Every area has different dialects. Manila, Cebu, Cebuano, Iloilo, Ilongo. So I mean, Manila has different. Northern Manila has different, and then also Southern Manila, and then Mindanao. That's why when they go to university, then I think English is the primary language because everybody has so many languages. It's hard for everybody to speak, but that's why they have English as a primary language.
Yeah, my mate is over in Thailand and he's telling me how much trouble he has. It could be as simple as one word before another word means something, but that word with another word after it can mean something else. It's like, how do you work it out? And I believe it's the same over there in the Philippines as well, that just changing the order of the words can change the meaning of the words too.
Well, at least in the Philippines, we have patience
You
and,
have to.
and alcohol. Yeah, I guess you have to have a sense of humor if you wanna go to a country that's not English is not their primary language.
Yeah, I've even sometimes used Google Translate. So I read something that's part, yeah, Tagalog, part English. If you put that into Google Translate, it goes, what the hell are you trying to, yeah, what are you trying to convert? What are
The
you trying
wrong
to
version of what
translate
you're
here?
trying to say.
Or it gets completely wrong and you get yourself in trouble because she's tried using
Yeah,
it with
I've been
Australian
there with
words
Google
and
Translate.
changed it. And oh my goodness, I spent half an hour trying to explain, no, it doesn't mean that.
My fiance laughs at me when I use Google Translate. She said, "What the hell are you trying to tell me?" I don't know. This is what I was typed in here, and this is what he gave me.
Yeah, yeah, it's a challenge. But again, in major cities in the Philippines, they usually can speak English. The cab drivers, they can pretty much speak English, but they're gonna play stupid to try to get the more money out of you. But if yeah, just have patience when you go to another country and try to learn a couple of important words like help. No.
Important words: swearing, beer, bathroom,
Yeah,
and the money exchange. There, you got
beer,
it.
beer. Uh, when I was taking the jeepneys, I would always tell the person sitting next to me if they can stop the jeepney if I can get off. And eventually, I start listening what they say, and then I copy and I learn how to say stop or this is my stop, and then I would get off. So yes, words like that is very valuable for you can know when to get off the jeepney and not walk an extra block because you missed your spot. But yeah, it's always good to try to learn a little bit of the language before you get there. Then you're not very alienated. But don't go to a country that is difficult where they don't speak much English because one, it's too much work, and it's an unfriendly place because they're not speaking English. So you can it's difficult for you to get food, difficult for you can get a ride and a hotel. Usually at the hotel they do speak English, and usually in major hotel they have restaurants they speak English. Or you could just point at the menu. A lot of the menus do have pictures of food on there.
But everyone loves a good challenge, Kevin.
Oh, yeah, but when you're on vacation, you're trying to relax and not be uptight. Just when you get a girlfriend, then you could be uptight. Just joking. Hey Tux, how you doing, man? Gypsy, what's going on, buddy? Roger, Rodney, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm not even looking up. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not even looking up at the. I forgot that Richard's not here. Well, he's here, but I think him and his wife is good doing something, going someplace. It's they're an hour ahead of me. It's like 9:44. That case, yeah, I hear you there. But the more and more you go to the Philippines, the first time is going to be like a challenge, but after that, um, you'll feel more relaxed and more comfortable. Too early to eat a damn sandwich except if I'm going to have a BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich. That'd be nice. So go get me one.
Fried egg sandwich.
Yeah, yeah. That or a omelet sandwich.
There you go.
Yeah. I like eggs because if you make a mistake, then you can name it a different name. Yeah, eggs always cost pretty expensive. Meat is going to cost quite a bit when you go to a different country. And good morning, you guys.
There, in Powell, we went to the meat market there in the square or whatever. Oh, talk about smell.
What happened?
And, like, we went to Palawan to visit my fiance's aunt and uncle, and we were
Okay.
in the market there. And we were getting some meat for dinner,
Yeah.
and walking around in there with the flip flops and all that crap getting on your feet and
Oh,
smell.
Oh, you're lucky.
When you get home, you have to wash your feet.
Oh, just let the dog lick it. What's wrong with
Yeah.
that?
Come on, harden up. I worked at a pork processing plant, mate. I was covered in pig guts, blood, and bones. So, yeah, you
Yeah,
get
but
used to that smell pretty
well,
quick, mate.
you're wearing the rubber suit.
Yeah, but see, there's a challenge. Where's the adventure? I
Yeah.
mean, that's like the blind man walking past the fishery, and the blind man says, "Hi, ladies."
It was fun going through there. It's just the smell. You just kind of ignore the smell a little bit.
Oh, yeah, but if it's a hot day and it's mid-afternoon, man, it just stinks. There's not a smell; it's a stench.
You know, you got one side with the pork and chicken, and the other side you got the fish and
And the dried fish.
Now, there's one smell you never forget, and that's the smell of a pig with an abscess that has been accidentally cut open. That smell can make 100 people in the room dry reach. That is the worst smell. After smelling that, nothing compares.
Blowing chunks, huh?
Yeah, mate,
Yeah.
definitely. It's horrid, and green and blue and black ooze just coming out of meat. Yeah. I could deal with blood and guts.
I was gonna go eat after this, but I guess not now. Yeah, that is pretty bad. Or finding we get like rats that climb coconut trees. Sometimes they die, and you smell. We go up there and cut down the coconuts. I don't do it, of course, but Josie's father, or we got a neighbor that go up and get the coconuts, and sometimes they got rats up there, spiders, those damn giant lizards climb up there, and my father-in-law almost fell because the lizard leaped out at him.
scared the shit out of them.
Oh, yeah, but the looked like the lizard overleaped, and he missed my father-in-law, and the lizard leaped all the way down to the ground. But yeah, those coconut trees. It was a wild coconut, uh, which is a pain in the ass because they grow so tall. But those are the ones that he had. But we also had farmed coconut trees. Uh, those farms, they're like a hybrid. They're called dwarf coconuts. Those are the best because they're easy to get. I could just get a big long piece of bamboo and just poke, kind of like a spear, and make them come down. I might not be able to climb it, but I can make it come down now. Same with the mangoes, but if they got farm mangoes, the hybrid mangoes, and those are easy. They're usually arm reach, or like if they get a step ladder. But yeah, living on a farm, that's pretty good living. If you like living in that kind of style. What do you prefer? Do you prefer countryside, or do you like living in Providence, or do you like living in city style? City slicker. Alan?
All right, I actually prefer country. I've basically lived out in the country. As long as I'm near the beach, I'm not too big on shops. Just need the shops to go there, get what I need. That's it. I like the laid back lifestyle. I like the fact that where I live, I can leave my back door open, not have to worry about that sort of stuff. Over there, I wonder what it'll be like, because every house I see online has bars and locks and everything else, which Yeah, it's kind
Well,
of crazy
there's
for an Australian to see.
so the reason is because people will rob you, and if they see a foreigner, a Westerner, that's just a better opportunity for them to get what they want. So yeah, don't yeah. If you move into a countryside place, um, don't have too many friends go over to your house. Don't let too many neighbors go to your house because they will scope out your house and see what kind of nice stuff you have, and then it's
Yeah,
slim.
well, I learned, my missus learned the hard way over there in the Philippines. She invited all her friends over to a new place that she had and all the stuff I'd bought her to furnish the place. And then she basically got told she had to move. So she went and moved to a gated community. Within 3 days of her moving out of that house, it actually got broken into. So, yeah, I have a strange feeling one of her friends had actually scoped it out, broke in there, and was actually trying to steal all her new shit.
Yeah, it's usually an inside job. Somebody knows you or her, so they know that it's going to be a good payday. I'm not saying everybody's a thief, but I think a lot of people are opportunists.
Yeah, there's a lot of jealousy over there. I have noticed it, and I've seen her family hitting her up for money, friends hitting her up for money
Oh,
because she knows that they know she has somebody that gives her some money.
yeah, you're the person is like an ATM. You're a cash cow.
Oh yeah, I was a cash cow at one time, but then I started tightening up the purse strings. So yeah, I've learnt. I've learnt quickly.
Yeah, yeah. The more you get involved, then the better your book is going to be of your book of experience. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be like a smartass, but no, seriously, you
Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's shit I've had to learn for myself. I have to learn it the hard way. Some of the things, I've, the amount of arguments I've gone, well, I just gave you X amount. Where did it go? Sort of thing. It's like, I've learned those lessons. And the one thing I've learned is, do Filipinos know how to budget? Is that something that's in their language, or they now think they're millionaires?
you can have a good woman, and if you lay down the law, she can budget, but you have to tell her that you got to start learning the word no. I am not a cash cow. I'm not a honeycomb. Honeycomb means money bags.
Yeah, I'm learning that too. Because every other week, like, I'm broke and need money. It's like, well, that's too bad.
Yeah,
You gotta make do with what you get. Because I give her enough money that pays her probably monthly wage.
yeah. Oh, there's one person saying, Alan, don't spend too much money on your girl. You don't meet yet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I have not met her yet. Yeah,
But
that is true. That is a fact. I basically, because my lifestyle, she works, so I'm happy. That's a brilliant positive plus. But I pay her rent, I pay electricity, I pay for her food, and I give her a weekly allowance too. So yeah.
what does it work for?
Where does she work? Was that
No,
what
no,
your
no,
question?
no. I said, why does she work? If you're giving her all this steady income,
Because I guess she likes the fact that she works and that if the money stopped, she still had money to cover food and whatnot. I don't think she'd be able to cover the rent and the electricity and whatnot of where she lives, but she'd still be able to feed herself.
yeah. For everybody that moves to the Philippines, like when we move, we shouldn't move and then go like 4 steps below what we are used to. Try to keep the same level of like U.S., Philippine, same almost the same level of living, because sometimes we're not um, used to the big drop in the living wise, and it could cause a problem, make a problem. But if you stay the same plane, if it's the same even plane, then you're not really losing too much. But if you exceed or succeed more than what you're used to, again, that's how problems start. Also,
No, I reckon it's a level playing field. I reckon walking from out of this house into her house will be pretty much the same, or condo, whatever the hell you want to call it. The only difference is she has a 32-inch TV and I have a 55-inch TV, and I think I can live with the smaller TV.
yeah, but not to be mean or not to sound paranoid or crazy. I hear a lot of guys um, talk about having a throw bag. A throw bag is something that you have already packed all your valuable papers and everything is in it, and your money in like a secret place. And if something happened, you can just grab your bag and jet out of there.
You mean bugger bang?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand that because a mate of mine, I was just talking about before, that's in Thailand. His missus got to his stuff because they had a fight. His missus cut up his bloody passport, ripped it to shreds, and cut up his bank cards, and he was in so much trouble, all because he didn't, he thought, oh, she'll never do that. But yeah, I learned that. I saw one of these blokes do a review on a bag that you stick a lock on. You can't cut it open. You can't break the chain. I was like, yeah, I reckon I'll grab myself one of those, even for personal security, to know that nobody can get to it.
When I first went to the Philippines, on my second visit, this is when I moved to the Philippines, and I came to the Philippines, and I was driving in the airport, and something felt funny when I was sitting next to my girl, and I felt uneasy. I felt irritable, and when we got to the airport, when we got to the hotel and everything, and we got moved in because we are going to be there for 4 days, and on that same day, in my mind, something told she was going to go down. She was going to go downstairs and go get something, okay? And during that time, in my mind, something's telling me, just walk away from her. If she comes back upstairs, don't let her back in. Just say, have her belongings outside the door and just walk away. Well, if I would have done that, I wouldn't have the problem like I got today. But that's called intuition. That's called like a foresight. Sometimes when you feel that feeling inside your heart, you ought to maybe take a moment and think about what you're doing, because maybe some higher power is telling you, like that you said, stop and take a look at what's going on, and maybe
Always listen to your gut instinct. Always listen to that. Oh, by the way, do you know you got a notorious person? Let's call him the notorious one in the chat. Maybe we could invite him on. You'd have an interesting yarn.
Well, I seen him. Hey, Peter, Merry Christmas, Happy almost New Year's. We don't have no aloe. We don't have no notorious ones with us right now. But
I have no beef with him. I've already explained to him that, yeah, I did a video even saying, like, yeah, he made a mistake. He prejudged me before he knew me, and everything's cool now. I actually still watch his content. So, yeah. But that's my opinion, and everybody else is entitled to theirs.
well, yeah, Peter's not a complete ass all the time. I mean, just like me, I'm not a complete ass. Sometimes I am, but not all the time.
No, I know exactly what he's doing because I used to do it on the YouTube as well. You play a character, you stir the pot, you get people pissed off, then you get those people pissed off. They tune into your channel. You do something else to trigger them, and you just keep niggling at them, and eventually you get a decent subscriber base and decent amount of views, and from there on, you just keep on doing what you're doing.
I understand that you used to be a pretty good sized YouTuber.
Yeah, I was back in the day. I used to basically do, g'day people, it's Alan Anderson, your favorite ranter. And I used to just rant about something. You'd never forget the lines you used to use for your induction. And yeah, I used to piss people off. I got to know pretty big YouTubers around here in Australia, some notorious ones that ended up on the news for getting in trouble for what they've done and what they've said. I was lucky enough not to. But I did have the Australian Federal Police rock up at my door one day because I basically made a video regarding Australia's richest woman. And yeah, they didn't take it too lightly. So yeah, I did get in big trouble for that one.
Is it true that you had like views?
What's that?
Is it true that you had like 1 million views?
Yeah, I had well and truly over 1 million views. I had somewhere around 3 million by the end of 2009. But yeah, my wife was getting too much trouble. Basically, her family was causing drama. They were worried that because of her profession, that it would get back to her and she could lose her job. So it was like, okay, I got to weigh up the pros and the cons. Well, cut out everything that was controversial on my channel. I left a few videos up there that makes me like $10 a month, and I haven't uploaded there for about, I don't know, 5 years now. So yeah, it's just one of those things that either I know exactly what he was doing. I know exactly what PV is doing. Simple as that. I've been there, I've done that. He's doing a pretty good job of it. So yeah, my hat goes off to him.
Well, Pete, I sent you a link if you wanted to swing by. No monkey business.
Yeah, and let us know why you got kicked out of the FM mall.
Yeah, maybe you can quote some Bible verses for us.
Yeah. Yeah, got up early this morning, took a shower, shaved.
So, Kevin, you doing the polar bear plunge tomorrow? Tomorrow or the 1st?
No, I got ice over there by the dock.
So you gonna do the polar bear plunge?
You know, I would if I had a judge that could document me doing it. But I'm not gonna do it if there's nobody watching and nobody's gonna document it. I did it when I was up in Prudhoe Bay, when I was at the oil fields in Alaska. I did it up there, and I got a document saying that I went into the Arctic Ocean.
Oh, you want a piece of paper certifying that you did it?
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm not going to do on video. That's just as good.
This must be an American thing because I've never heard of it, and I'm in South Australia, the driest part of Australia, and it don't snow here, so or there's no bloody ice.
Yeah, yeah. The polar bear club is like you got to get into like almost freezing cold water, like what they do in like Russia, northern U.S.
Iceland and stuff like that. Yeah.
Men, children do it.
I think they have it out here too. On the first, a whole bunch of people go to the beach, you go for a quick swim and out. There's no ice on the water here.
It's quite the experience.
Did you ever get your nuts back from that?
If you cough real hard, they'll pop back down. But I don't use them no more anyway, so you could have a turtle. You could have a turtle for a while. Yeah, yeah. Maybe Peter don't want to come by, but that thing.
It's all right if he doesn't come by. At least, yeah, you put out the offer. If he chooses to join, he can join, I guess.
Well, he's always pissed because he always come on when he comes on. It's not my own doing. I mean, people just come in. I even sent out Barry, good old Barry.
I thought I seen that video about Barry. Did he just move into a new condo or a new apartment?
Yeah, I heard he was gonna move, but I didn't know.
I think on Facebook he had a video. I didn't watch it. It said "my new apartment" or something like that.
Huh.
Oh, did you guys watch that? Is it Sentai 7's Missus video about how her and her met his other half, and she's like bawling her eyes out and shit? It's like, damn, that's real love. It was like really emotional and shit. I was actually, wow. That's, yeah, it takes balls to post something like that. But yeah, I know that guy cops hate, but I'd have no problems with what he puts up there.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, his missus put up a video that's like an hour and 17 minutes. I'll admit I didn't watch all of it, but yeah, it was a decent
And
video.
what they were talking about how they met?
Yeah, about how they met, where they first met, talking to each other, first interactions, and yeah, she got teary-eyed, and it was like, oh wow, this is actually genuine emotion. You can tell when someone's just turning on the waterworks for the effect, and when it's just something that's genuine.
Well, Van will cry when he's on the beer. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting emotional, you know. I mean, if it's a worthy cause. I mean, yeah, happens to everybody, you know. Death, happiness. You know, everybody has great.
Hello.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, speak of
The devil, yeah, Mr. PB.
what's up.
Hey, what's cracking? Welcome from exotic Manila, Philippines.
What's that?
Welcome. I'm in the beautiful exotic Manila, Philippines. It's so beautiful here. We have brownouts and we have bad internet and other.
How's the weather and how's the food? That's what counts.
Oh, the food's great. I ate at Fridays today. It tasted great.
That'd be nice.
Food, bro.
And what are you going to do for New Year's? Are you going to get up and go out?
I'm gonna try not to get shot because everybody shoots their guns in the air. No, it's stupid to be outside during New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially with fireworks.
Everybody wants to fire their firearms off at midnight.
Well, I know they got a lot of fireworks. I didn't know everybody has a gun, but there's a lot of fireworks out there. You got to be
I'm talking outside and take their 9mm and shoot them in the air. Every year there's a bunch of people get killed by stray bullets.
Oh,
So I just stay inside. I'll probably do a vlog at midnight making fun of the Alliance.
is the Lions? Are they still pissed at you?
Well, I'll tell you two things. They've been really quiet the last few days. Ever since I put that MBI vlog out, they kind of been quite quiet. Number two, I got some big news for the Alliance in next year. I'll just leave it there.
And is it true that you was gonna still leave in 4 weeks?
Now, do what?
I seen on one of your vlogs that you was gonna get up and leave in 4 weeks, and around February.
No, I may. I'm going to be leaving in the next year, and it's nothing's definite at this point. I was planning on being out of here by now, and I'm not. So, and now I may have a lawsuit. I may be filing a lawsuit in the Philippines against a certain expat. There's an expat claiming that I'm person non grata, so I'm going to file a defamation lawsuit about that.
Yeah, that's one thing I did notice. I've actually been involved in a slander / libel lawsuit, and I see some of the things people say out there about PV, and I'm like, dude, make sure you've got all your I's dotted and your T's crossed, because that can cost you a lot of money, because I've been involved in a lawsuit in Missouri, believe it or not, in the United States.
Well, yeah, no. If anything goes into the United States courts, they're fucked. They're not going to be able to wiggle out in the U.S. But here, justice is very hard to get.
But it would also cost quite a bit of money just to make it stick, right?
Yeah, and they know that in the Philippines it's very hard to enforce anything, and that's why they get by with what they get by with. But here's the thing: they're pissing people off. They want to die.
Yeah, but if you're gonna if you could make a claim for a lawsuit, are you kind of just chasing your own tail? Because it will cost a lot of money.
I will one thing, and that's all I'm going to say. That hate website will be coming.
Oh.
Take it down, bring it down.
Oh. Well,
For a year, I played the game and for years. But now that it's affecting other people, it's affecting people within my family and outside of my Missouri. And I'm not gonna let them hurt people that have nothing to do with their little drama.
Oh, that's a shame.
And you know what? If you want to come after me and you want your drama, cool. Hey, I'm a public figure. I accept that. You know what? It comes with the territory. But when you start hurting people that are not even involved, that's not cool. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like for example, like Big Kev. Big Kev is he's a public figure, you know, so I can make fun of him. but I couldn't make fun of someone that's related to Big Kev. I mean, it is free speech, but free speech does not entitle you to hurt people's lives.
Oh, kind of like to slander somebody.
You know, I mean, even, you know, and the other thing is, a lot of people don't understand. I usually talk in generalities, not specifics. But when I talk about OFWs, I'm talking about OFWism. I'm not talking about a specific person.
So, like in general, you're saying.
Yeah, mostly, you know, and you know, I mean, yeah, that's one issue. But it's gotten to a point where it started to affect some people within my family, and just friends of mine as well. So you know, it's childish drama, and
Wow.
you know, here's the thing: if they just want to do YouTube nonsense, that's fine. But it's not just YouTube nonsense. These guys are really trying to hurt people, and that's not cool. When you're going after a person and anyone connected to them to actually cause damage to them, that's not just YouTube drama. And that's the big difference.
Yeah,
And
that's.
why,
I don't know if you guys know the show Penn and Teller Bullshit. It was called Bullshit because they knew if they actually named the person, named the company, or basically made a direct thing, that they could be sued. So basically, they used the word bullshit instead.
I can tell you
Just
this.
basically, if you use a person's name, then you can get in trouble. Simple as that. If you say something that they can prove that has cost you money or has caused you mental anguish, then yeah, and
Well,
they did use your name, your details, then yes.
I can tell you this.
Yeah,
They got someone fired from their job.
Yeah, but
Recently.
didn't you kind of do the same thing with Dave? Like you give him
No,
mental.
listen, I have all the drama between me and Dave. It's been between me and Dave. It hasn't been. I haven't went and tried to find out information on his siblings and his cousins and his parents, and I haven't drug other people into it. And that whole thing was childish in and of itself. You know, I mean, technically, I probably should have just forced the issue back then when he made this wild claim that I said things I didn't say. But you know what? I don't mind YouTube drama. YouTube drama drives views. Views drive clicks. Clicks make money.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, that channel, the old channel, it made $10,000.
Wait.
I mean, that's nothing compared to you, Kev. I know you make like $10,000 every month, but for me, that was pretty big.
What?
I mean, you do one of these little videos and it's 10 grand. We know you're rolling in the dough, but the rest of us, we aren't.
You're just fluffing me up, and it's getting nowhere.
No, that old channel did make about 10 grand, and it had 1.7 some million views.
That's pretty good.
That was because here's the thing: no matter whether people like me or hate me, they would always watch the videos to see what the hell I was going to say. You know, that Christmas
You're a
video,
master at that part.
that Christmas video where I got kicked out of SM, it's got almost 1,000 views just because I got kicked out of SM.
Did you really get kicked out?
They told me that I couldn't be in there with my camera.
Did you film it when they were kicking you out?
No, I didn't have it on. They just told me to leave.
That's when you should
But
put it on.
I went in there to buy. I went in there to get the roasted chicken.
Yeah.
So I just went over to Fox and got it. But yeah, no, they. I don't know if you saw it, but I went off about getting kicked out. And I mean, it's all just drama. And then there was a guy who stopped me in the middle of the street and asked me if I hated Steph's style. He thought me and Steph had real problems. I'm like, no, me and Steph would get along. It's all bullshit.
Whenever you have those kind of encounters, turn on your camera. And
Oh, that the second one I did. The second one where the guy asked me because I was in the middle of filming, and he yelled at me and he goes, "Are you that internet guy?"
but it yelled back. And yeah.
So I said, well, who are you talking about? He goes, Peter Vander. I go, yeah, that's me. What's up? And I was kind of on edge because I was like, I get a lot of crap from guys, so I don't know if they want to hang out and talk to me or start a fight with me. So, and so anyways, no, he was a really cool guy. But yeah, no, that video is done really well relative to the new channel. So, I mean, the vlog is back. And as far as, I don't think there should be, I think all the expat drama stuff is played out. Just to be honest. And now we're having this new drama with this British guy, which I think is just silly too.
What British guy you talking about?
Oh, he's an old man. He's a he's Ab or something like that. He's anyways, his wife's a lawyer here, and he basically told Johnny Warrior that he needs to quit making wild claims sometimes, and then of course Eric, Stang, and Dave get involved, and they all started ganging up on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was your friend, the British.
No, he's friendly. He's not my friend, but he is friendly to me.
Yeah, okay.
I've actually did a video to correct him because he was talking about he didn't like when I said that something about Filipinos, and I think Alan got involved in that. I pulled out my stats. I pulled out how much money I make off of clicks from Filipinos and how much I make from Americans. And I said, here's the worth of a Filipino.
Yeah. And Alan said that you and him talked at a powwow.
No, he did send me a message and basically said, I think just drop the whole issue between us as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And I mean, but the only thing the point that I was making with him is with the app guy was, Americans are better. They do have more value economically than a Filipino does. This is reality.
Well, that British guy and his lovely wife, she makes a lot of sense. So you ought to at least listen to a little bit about what she's.
Oh, I do.
Knows what
I do listen.
Talking about
The
in the law.
only issue I have with the guy, and I've told him this, is I think he's a little unrealistic about how the political system here works. It's not justice like the United States. It's not justice like Australia. It's not justice like England. Everything is corrupt here, and it isn't going to be as crystal clear as you file a case, you go to court, the judge rules, and it just doesn't happen that way here.
Oh yeah, I follow him around. He seems pretty legit. He knows what he's talking about.
No, he's a nice guy. I don't question that. I think he's a little bit idealistic. That's all.
Him and his wife seems like the person you want to have on your side when the shit
Yeah,
hits.
no, he's a really nice guy. Yeah, the only thing I really could say from what I view of him, he's idealistic,
Yeah,
and
he's been
there's
on
nothing
my
wrong
show
with that.
time to
There's nothing
time.
wrong with that, but I just don't know if it's gonna work long term. I mean, especially once you get into some sort of court case when you're dealing with two expats, it would be a challenge, um, and it's just a huge thing. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's all I was saying. He's not. Yeah, he does come across as a nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I've, I've never had an issue with the guy, serious issue with the guy, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Um, yeah. Hey, Pet Bull just walked by.
That was a good one.
Hey, that's all good. So no, but anyways, that's all I have. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Fred, anything you want to say to Peter?
No, I'm just sitting here listening.
Yeah.
I have nothing against Peter either, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Peter you can have a decent conversation with him.
Oh yeah.
When do you come back to the things, Fred?
I see the people in the chat here. That they have their opinions. Everyone has their opinions, just like Peter has his own opinion.
I'm sure the troll brigade is in there.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Exactly. You don't have to agree with them all.
I told someone it was Montelli when he wanted to do an interview, and I said because he had a problem with a troll, and I said I don't have a troll. I have an army of trolls. And they've only grown since then. Now I have an. I think they have a. It's the entire United Nation of trolls now.
You have your own legionnaires.
I have so many trolls that Big Kev kicked me off for a while.
I just think you're making money off of those trolls.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I still because they go to my website just to see if I posted anything, and as long as I'm getting impressions, I'm gonna make a little bit off of them even at that. So, yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's some of this.
The days of getting rich off of YouTube is gone.
Yes and no. I mean, there are ways to make money on YouTube. Getting rich off of AdSense on YouTube is gone.
Yeah.
There's ways. Like you can, like I made about $800 off of people clicking through Bentley. They send money through a Bentley, and because I referred them, they send me $10. $800 total off of all that.
Oh, kill your mind.
There's still money in affiliate links.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey Bob, you guys are still there.
Strokers.
What's going on, Bob? Happy New Year's.
Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too. We're just crashing the full New Year's party going on here. Since I left a little while ago.
Tomorrow's
He
your
drank
New
about
Year's.
half a gallon of beer and he was ready to hit the road.
Hey, Kev, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Is it true that you're making a couple $1,000 on AdSense?
Oh, I don't. Who told you this stuff?
That's what I've been told. I seriously have been told you're making a couple grand on AdSense.
Hey, no, honest to God, I haven't made, honest to God, I don't even know how to get money from these suckers. I never been paid since I only been on for around 7 months, and I never been paid.
Well, then you're a bad businessman if you make money, but so you're in business to lose money.
Well, sometimes I feel like it, but it feels like right now this is just a damn hobby. I ain't making no money.
I'm taking around you, but I do want to ask you, why do you do this YouTube so much?
Somebody's
It,
on here.
it seems like it takes up large portions of your time.
Hey, Bob, you guys got music over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some earplugs or no, that's still ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but I'm talking about music.
Yeah, that's 5 houses up. They're still partying for the New Year's. I just came in because they wanted me to drink some Filipino wino, that pink stuff, lapa lapa or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, I just
And they wanted me to drink 3 bottles of there too for 500 pesos, and I was down to do it, but shit, they even were gonna pay me to do it, and couldn't find the challenger. 50 people out there. We're throwing a hell of a good party though. We're saying 10,000 pesos goes a long ways with 100 people around here. I bought a pig. We roasted it. That pig dinner. My girl, she made some macaroni and some of that floating, some kind of Filipino dessert. What is it called? Mango float. And we made about 8 pounds of macaroni salad, American style, and about 10 pounds of that noodle carbonara.
Yeah, Bob, you gotta turn down one of those. Are you watching cartoons?
Hey, shut the door, will you? Oh, it won't help. I have to leave. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, because the music for your cartoons is drowning out our show.
Yeah, none of us could literally talk. All we could hear was basically whatever he was saying.
Now, Bugs Bunny or something.
I know you do a lot of shows. If you're not doing it for profit.
Humor. But I wanna see if I can make a profit. But I got like 7,000. No, I got like 70, right around 78,000 views. They say I had to have 100,000 views before I could get paid.
Yeah, that's right. So the rules on how you can get monetized, you have to have X amount of subscribers now, you have to have X amount of views. I was just lucky that I got in early, so any channel I make, it's monetized. But yeah, and it is difficult to make money. Affiliate links are your way. So if you know a Filipino single Christian website or something, get an affiliate link, stick it under your videos, and hope someone clicks on there and signs up, and you make more money out of that sort of stuff. I make roughly, or was making roughly 150, 160 bucks just through people clicking on Amazon links. But on December 25th, they decided to close my affiliate link. So yeah, I lost money.
Yeah. But I mean, hopefully, if I hit that number, then I could see a couple of pesos. But right now I haven't been paid.
No, I was just curious, because Yeah, affiliate links is the way to go, especially if you can do like remittance, like people sending money to the Philippines. That's an easy one. Like I did that one for Remitly. I did a video about Remitly, showed them how to do it, and then I said, click on this link down there if you want to try it. And like over the course of 3 years, 80 people tried it. So that was like almost $800.
Huh.
That was definitely my biggest video. No video made $800. But yeah, no, I was just curious because I was just kind of wondering why you do it. Because you do videos almost every day for several hours.
Well, usually 2 hours. I don't like going over
I
over
didn't
2
know.
hours.
I thought. Well, my concern was I thought maybe you were trying to prepare yourself for the Truman Show.
No. Yeah, I used to have a show every day, but now I've been cut down Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then
Oh,
maybe Saturday
I
afternoon.
I thought you were trying to do Allegory of the Cave by Plato.
No. I don't want to take all the glory, but I'm just trying.
No, I was just curious
Yeah.
because you do them a lot, and you do long shows. You do 2 3 hour shows most of the time.
But it seems like right around now is when people are already on. Like I got 30 people watching, and like when I say I want to get off, then people are saying we just got on and then we should stay a little bit longer.
Yeah, but when you get off, what are you gonna go do? Go swim in the lake?
Woo! Not today, boy. There's ice on the lake today.
You know, we want to see. Hey, I want a video from Big Kev going sledding.
Hey, buddy, we don't even have snow on the grass. We got grass still.
I already asked him about the polar bear plunge.
No, I want to see him in the Winnebago, not the Winnebago, but is that what they're called? The bobsled, the sleds that go really fast down the hill.
Well, that's called a luge.
I forget what the sleds are called, but they like fly down.
Bobsled.
Not the no, not that's like a real That's like a real Olympics sled. But I'm talking about like these ones you buy them at Walmart, but they're very like low key and they just fly.
I mean, the toboggans.
Yeah, that's it. I want to see Kev use one.
No, I fell the other day on my aunt's porch in the back, and
But he's got to hold the GoPro up while he goes down it.
Well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have my camera rolling. I'm going to have,
We want to see it live so we can make fun of you while you fly down the hill.
oh yeah, but if I'm going to get hurt, I'm going to have a drone. I'm going to have like 3 or 4 cameras going, and I'm going to have a action cam on me because I'm going to be doing it. No freebie.
I do have a question though. How cold is it in Kentucky right now? Hey, what's the temperature there?
I don't think he's listening right now. It looks like he's playing with his phone, so I reckon once he finishes with his phone, he'll start talking.
I was just wondering because he has a lake right up in his house. It's what?
20 Fahrenheit.
Oh, never mind. It's not cold enough. I was gonna say if it's cold enough that lake should be frozen for you. You can go ice skating.
Yeah. There's no way in hell I'll be out there walking on that ice. One moment you see me, next moment you don't.
All right, Big Kev, I've got another tip for you. If you're going to do this bobsled toboggan thing, GoFundMe and a Patreon because you're going to break some bones, mate, and you'll need to cover those medical bills.
Well, the GoFundMe doesn't work, and the Patreon that dried up already. So, but I do get a PayPal. So, and my birthday's coming up in February. So all you high rollers, I think you guys could like put $10 for my hospital bills.
I'm going to put it up on finditangelus.com and see if that helps.
Well, I'm sorry, mate. In February, I'm over in the Philippines, so yeah, my money will be dried up pretty quick.
Yeah, my buddy Thomas, he got 18 degrees in New York City. Well, I don't know. In New York, it's 18 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but 18 Fahrenheit in New York is like 18 below.
Yeah, so that's pretty cold.
Yeah, because the wind gets in between those buildings and it gets freaking cold. I mean, even in Kansas City, downtown, when I lived downtown, it gets cold down there.
Well, right now here in South Australia at 2:13 a.m., it's currently 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. Australia is an interesting place. I'll just say that. Every time I've been there, I've ended up seeing some wild, crazy thing happen. Now, it's always been in King's Cross.
Yeah, if you go to districts like that, that's not really a good representation of Australia. It's sort of like that's where the drunken yobbos go to have a fight, and it's basically what you would call a red light district, really.
I think the first time I was there, there was a girl and a police officer in a fist fight.
Oh.
And I was pretty impressed with the girl. She had a pretty good jab.
Oh yeah, fist fights do happen even between civilian and police officers, because here police officers don't pull out their gun and shoot people. Unlike if you tried that over there in the States, I guess you'd wind up dead.
Like in the States, you'll never beat the hell out of a police officer. They'll have 20 of them on you. But in Australia, they're just kind of like, oh, the police got beat up.
Oh yeah, trust me, when in my younger days, I got what's called the phone book treatment because I was a smart ass to a cop. I got brought down to the station, told to hold a phone book to my gut, and he laid a couple of punches in it to teach me a lesson. And trust me, it worked.
Yeah, I just, that's what I've seen. But of course, King's Cross. The other thing, I have no idea in Sydney, why in the hell the train from the airport to the city's got to be so freaking much money.
Trust me, I'm not from Sydney, but I've been into Sydney, and they charge you money to go over the harbour bridge, and they charge you money to go back over the harbour bridge. It's, nearly every second road has a toll on it. I literally stayed there for a week, and I was like, I got to get the hell out of this.
I went from the airport to King's Cross one time, and it's like $30 Australian, which it was 1-to-1 at the time. And I'm like, dude, that's insane. Yes, I'm coming from the Philippines, but that's still insane.
Yeah, trying to explain the cost of living to people here from overseas. Yes, here in Australia, you make $25, $26 on an entry-level job per hour, but your rent, your electricity costs, everything else is astronomical. Over in the States, you pay like 10 cents a kilowatt. Here, I pay 48 cents.
I was in Sydney, and I bought a value meal at McDonald's for $12. Okay? I asked the manager what the value in the value meal was. He goes, where are you from?
Yeah, Macca's ain't a cheap meal anymore.
And he's like, oh, by U.S. standards, that's more expensive in Australia.
Well, if you're not going to have a cheap meal, hopefully you're going to have a cheap drink and a good girl.
Yeah, but I was like, I mean, it's insane. Now, I mean, I liked Australia. The Australian people were very nice when I was down there.
Well, that's good.
They have some weird prime ministers, but other than that, the people are very nice. Never. Now, I've had drama with Australians on YouTube, but I've never had a drama with Australians in Australia. Very nice. Yeah, just great people.
Yeah.
You know, but the reality of it is, in all honesty, I don't usually have drama with most people. Very rarely do I have an altercation, like physical altercation with someone in person.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is the truth. I even got it in on my channel. I did some videos regarding Muslims, and I literally got 1,000 death threats, and from people in Australia. And it's like, yeah, okay. While you're typing on a keyboard, I'm not really going to worry. If I take note of who you are and I see you at my door, then yeah, it's a different story.
well,
Did
here's
they
the
show your face?
here's the other thing you got to consider, though, and this is something that's a reality of the Philippines is a hostile region of the world, and for some of the stuff these guys pull, putting people's security at risk is not. And that's kind of where this age gap thing. I kind of draw the line. They actually tried to find his address and put it on the internet, like his physical address. That's going too far, especially when you're in a hostile environment with ISIS in the region. That's just going too far. You know, but these guys have had a long history of going too far.
Well, all right, I'll throw it out there because there is a couple of things I did see, and I did want to ask you, and seeing that you are here, did you walk out of an internet cafe without paying, and did you leave a hostel without paying? That's all I want to know. And if you did, do you plan on going back there and making it right? That's all I want to know.
I know. I'll tell you what I plan on doing. I'm going to go back there, and I'm going to go get 5-cento pieces, 40 pesos of 5 cents on the peso. I'm gonna make a vlog about it, but
because that's what I definitely saw, and what they showed did look like genuine footage, and I just wanted to know what your plans were and if it was actually true, and did you plan on making it work?
She got smart ass with me, and I just walked out. What I did, I had dropped in there to send some Western Union money to myself, and then I asked her where the Western Union was, and she got smart ass with me and said she didn't know where a Western Union was, and I'm like, shut up. I'm like, how could a Filipino not know where a Western Union is? And then I just said, fuck it, I'm out of here. See ya.
Hey, camera on. He's staying high.
But and you know what? At the end of the day, these guys made a huge deal out of $1.
Yeah, they made a huge deal out of $1, but $1 to us is nothing. $1 to them is actually something substantial. That's an hour's wage to them. That's what the difference is.
Well, even if you want to compare it to a wage, the minimum wage here is 500 pesos.
Well, yeah, but that's like for like a bank teller or like a manager.
No. Anyone in Metro Manila, it's almost 500 pesos is the minimum wage. It sits between 450 and 500 depending on what industry you're in.
What's that? Per hour, per day, per week? What are you basing this on? Just out of curiosity more.
So in Manila, in Metro Manila, they have to pay between 450 and 500 pesos a day legally. Now I don't know there's some places that don't pay it and say screw the government, but by law that's the legal wage. So I mean, it is what it is. No, but you know what? At the end of the day, making a huge deal out of $1. It had nothing to do with any of that. It had to do with these guys were just looking for something to try and get some views because it's PV.
Yeah, that's right. But you still haven't said, okay, I did owe the woman money, and yes, I'll go back there, pay it, or no, I didn't.
No,
I need to go.
I just said eventually I'm going to go back there with a bunch of small coins and pay her in the smallest denominator I can find. I may have to use 25-cent pieces.
Well, that's it. That's basically the answer I was looking for.
Yeah. So no, I just haven't been in that area of the city since then. I mean, I've been in Old Manila, but I haven't been down that far because it's quite a ways past. I go to Recto sometimes, but it's probably 2 kilometers past Recto. So, I mean, if I'm down in the region, and I'll go to a bank and get a bunch of chunk coins and vlog about it just to make a vlog. It'll be a good first day. No, but that's the other issue. I mean, that's the issue. And at the end of the day, I mean, they made a huge deal out of it. Even something that if the police
but you don't want to your fellow worker though, or your fellow person. You don't want to cheat your fellow worker or your fellow.
No. If you get smart and call me an asshole, yeah, I will walk out on you and I'll say, look, screw you, I'm leaving.
Yeah, but so that means you're welching on your pay.
No, the deal was I actually had my laptop with me. I was willing to let her hold my laptop while I went and got the Western Union money. But after she got smart ass on me, I just said, screw it, I'm out of here.
You took back your laptop?
Yeah, no, I'm on my laptop right now. So no, that's the, you know, and there's so much crap out there about me that it's just nonsense. Things they think they know that they don't know. And, you know, and then there's a lot of things they have little pieces of information and they try and piece together everything else. And they always assume the worst. You know, but you know what, that's just the way that's how they get views. I mean, what they got to do to get a view.
Well, in all honesty, it was them that made me found your channel because it was like people talking about this Peter Vander. I'm like, okay, how the hell do I find out who the hell they're talking about? And I discovered your channel, so you gained a subscriber out of them.
Oh no! I have gotten no questions asked. When me and Henry got into it, I gained a lot of subs over that. I gained a lot of traffic over that one. Because Henry is kind of like the messiah to all of the guys that come over here chasing women. And so I gained a lot of subs from that. No, I'll openly admit that. I have no problem with that. I didn't do it for that reason. I did it because Henry got smart-ass with me one day, and I told him, I said, you don't want to get into an online dispute with me. And
so you put him in his place then?
Do what?
You put Henry in his place?
Oh, he got smart with me on Facebook one day, and he told me that I needed to be on the next plane out of the country
Well,
And
hopefully you took heed and listen.
I said, who the hell are you to tell someone where they can live and can't live?
Well,
So,
but you got to be careful. He looks like a bad guy, so
oh
a bad.
shit. No, that's what
Now you
started
just
all the drama.
now you're just being mean and giggling. He could
But
cut.
no, here's the
He
deal
got a
with
lot of thunder.
here's the deal with Henry. If you catch him in comments on Facebook and comments on YouTube, he is pretty much a drama. He says out some pretty outlandish shit. But so yeah, I mean that's all that. But I mean that's all it amounts to. And yeah,
Well,
um,
your buddy Barry, he was on here earlier. I think he was
which
saying
one? Which buddy?
Barry. He was
Oh,
saying,
Barry.
yeah.
He was talking about his Xbox and how he's going to be a professional Xbox player.
Well, I don't know about that part, but I think he said hi to you, and maybe you wanna, I don't know, hang out or something.
I haven't heard from Barry in a very long time. I'll be honest.
Get together and play Xbox.
I'll be honest. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just gonna say it. Barry is a con artist.
Oh,
I'll just go put it out there where it is. You know, and here's the deal. I'm not talking about wild accusations. He came on YouTube and said he had to get back to America immediately. And a lot of people, including myself, said, we will help you. And he didn't want to go. He just wanted money. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, I mean, I consider that pretty much a con. You know, he had no desire to go back to the States.
well, yeah, but when it's not, nobody wants to go back to the States if you got nothing to go back to. Right now, you're living in paradise.
But if you put out a YouTube video that you have to get back to the U.S. immediately and you have no money and you ask people to help you and you get money, you need to use the money what it was given for. I mean, I told him, now this is funny. I told him, I said, look, I got some extra money. I will fly you to Guam. That will get you on U.S. soil. And you can figure it out from Guam. He comes up on a video. He goes, I don't even know where fucking Guam is.
Well,
And
you got to educate him on. It's just like 3 hours plane ride. And
I didn't believe him. I'm like, dude, how can you graduate 3rd grade and not know geography?
well, they don't teach that in 3rd grade.
Guam is part of the United States, bro.
Oh, come on now. Grandma's a Southern boy. He doesn't. I mean, not everybody knows where Guam is.
I was like, first of all, second of all, if you don't know where it is, Google is your best friend.
Yeah, for porn, but
I just couldn't believe the guy didn't know where Guam was. That really blew my mind. I mean, it was surprising because I'm like, really? Now, if I would have said Micronesia or Palau, or Johnson Atoll or Midway Island or some very remote U.S. territory, then I would have understood him not knowing. But like Guam, that's like basically a state.
you know, somebody asked me where am I from, and I said Anchorage, and they said, "Oh, Mississippi." I go, "No, Alaska."
I mean, it would be like not knowing where Alaska is.
No, but what I'm saying is, they thought when I said Anchorage, they thought I'm from Mississippi because there's an Anchorage Mississippi.
Is there? Okay, maybe. Well,
That's
normal people don't live in Alaska.
yeah. That's just not right. There's only
The only,
one
the only
Anchorage,
people
and
that move to Alaska, you know why people move to Alaska?
yeah, for the big money.
They get paid to live there.
Oh yeah, I know. That's our oil money.
That's the only
Oh,
reason people live in Alaska. It's because they're paid to live there.
you get around maybe $1,500 for every year of every man, woman, and child.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. But no, I mean that the reality of it is, just in general, I was just blown away by just in general lack of this knowledge, like geography. It was like, how could you not know where Guam is?
Peter's inviting you to go to Cebu. Maybe you guys gonna have lunch.
Go where?
Go to Cebu.
No, no. If I go to Cebu, it's going to be to address an expat.
Oh,
It's good. Me and a Mexican have a date.
oh, kind of like a fiesta. Then you're gonna have a siesta. Then
No,
you're gonna
it's
have.
I'm gonna do some sparring in a back alley on Collins Street.
Is it gonna be a Queensberry rule, or is it gonna be like one of those cat
I,
fight?
I doubt in all seriousness, I doubt I ever do anything to him. I said I was going to, but I mean, I can't just go beat the hell out of Henry. I would feel bad afterwards.
You gotta be careful. Maybe Henry, he knows some of that. Just like Sentai 7 is an ex
Yeah.
Navy SEAL. Don't know about Henry.
I bet you a Filipino could beat up Henry.
But the thing is, you got to also think about how big is this bloke's wallet, or how much money does he have? Because you throw enough money at the right person, you can wind up knocked the fuck out, and nobody knows, or you don't even see it coming.
I mean,
Not a threat. I'm just saying that that can happen.
oh no, it can, but not reality. Not reality. I mean, it's now there's other guys that I think would do stuff like that, but I don't think Henry would. Henry would be too afraid he'd get caught doing it.
Well, maybe that Peter guy, maybe him and Sentai 7 will gang up on you and whip your ass.
Peter, who?
Because together they could be like 6 feet tall.
But no, I mean, since I seven,
Sentai 7.
what I'm told is the shoulders of Filipino. I call him Shorty 7.
I just hope Sentai 7 knows I was just joking. I know he's not.
No, I, in reality, I don't think I'll ever have a problem with an expat physically, like in person. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Buffalo says you're friends with Mike Tyson.
I do know some boxers, but no, not Mike Tyson.
Oh, that'd be a pretty cool person to meet.
I know a couple of former champs, but I'm not gonna go in the name dropping. I mean, people that know me know who they are, but I'm not gonna go in the name dropping because the moment I do, there's gonna be some idiot out there put out a video and try and say that I don't really know him. So I'm not even gonna play the game. But no, otherwise yeah, but I don't see any expats really getting in a serious fight besides YouTube nonsense.
Yeah. But
I
there's
mean,
always one renegade that you know.
yeah, I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, there's no real point to. I mean,
Not at
not
the
only
end.
that.
I would hope not.
I mean, yeah, it just like I said, it just don't make any sense. Uh, Plus, you know, immigration's starting to tighten down on people acting stupid in the Philippines. I mean, they deported a guy just a couple of weeks ago out of the country, an American, which is pretty rare. An American deported, and they kicked him out. He's home back, and it was a good thing. I think they did the right thing, honestly, because he had mental health issues. So, but
I want to answer something in the chat regarding you, Peter, saying sex pats all the time. It's basically, to me, you said something along those lines to me, or my missus was a Barbie, or something along those lines. It's basically, unless it's true, it shouldn't affect you. It shouldn't offend you. It shouldn't piss you off. Yeah, it was annoying, but it's like, fuck it, next. I just don't understand, why they, seem to keep on saying, you say everyone's a sex pat. You might want to elaborate on that? I don't know.
let me clarify that. I don't say that everyone is a sex pet. I say anyone that's flying halfway around the world to meet some girl half their age or a third of their age in some cases, or a fourth of an age in one case, um, they are a sex tourist. And that's
So what would I be classified? I'm 37, my missus is 28. So would that make me a sex pat? Or what would that make me in your books?
that would be pushing the limits, in my opinion. And I'll be straight with you. That's 10 years is about as much as, because after that you don't have a lot in common with. I mean, what does a 60-year-old have in common with a 19-year-old?
Yeah, I know what you're saying with the age gap thing, because I've been there, done that. At the age of 35, went out with a 19-year-old, and god damn it, it drove me insane with the age gap. So it didn't work, it didn't last. So yeah, I know what you're saying. As far as the age gap gets too big, then why are you together? I can somewhat understand what you're saying.
Here's the other issue. A lot of these guys are just plain deceived. They think that everybody looks at them and thinks how lucky the girl is because they're with some old white guy. And they think when they go to the States that everybody's jealous of them because they got some Filipino wife. I'm like, no, dude, they're calling you a homewrecker and her a gold digger. I mean, in the U.S., at least in the Midwest, if you bring a Filipino, an old man has a young Filipino wife, they're ruthless. I mean, they just what's said about you is, I mean, it's not pretty. I don't know if Australia's like that, but especially in the Midwest U.S., they consider, especially there's a huge age gap.
Yeah, basically here in Australia, when I was going out with a younger woman than me, I could see the eyes. They were basically looking at me like, yeah, he has money, obviously, and she obviously wants some of it. And in all honesty, that was pretty much the fucking truth.
Yeah, no, I'm just, no, there is some discrimination in that area, and I mean, and plus in the U.S. right now, we have a huge immigration discussion underway, anyways. It doesn't make anything any better. Where the president wants to kick everybody out. So I mean that's just kind of the. I mean, a lot of it is some of these guys come over here. I just met a guy last night. Okay, he really doesn't like the Philippines. Okay, so finally I just kind of like, well, dude, you know, I don't. I shared with him how I feel about stuff going on, and I said, but you know, what? Why are you in the Philippines? I mean, why here? And he told me, he's point blank. He goes, I can't get laid in America. That
Okay,
was his
well,
answer.
if that was his answer, but all right, seeing that you touched on this subject, in some of your earlier videos, I'll say, it appeared to me from an Australian point of view that you had hatred for the country you're in, basically, that you um, despised the way people lived over there. You didn't find enjoyment, and I just questioned myself, like, why is this going over there? Why be there if you're so negative against it? What is it that's keeping you there, sort of thing? That would be great.
Hold on. There's two things you got to consider. One is there is the fact of, let's just get straight. Two, I disagree. I do disagree with a lot of cultural norms there. And you know what? Culture is that's up for debate whether it's good or bad.
Yeah, okay, you talk about the culture, but here in Australia, you can go to one part that looks like an absolute shithole, and then you can go to another place that's beautiful. It's just basically nitpicking. It's basically choosing what you want to show, what you want to see, and how you want to interpret it. I just see that with some of the negativity you do put out there, you're in an area that is has poverty and does clearly have social, economical problems. So looking at it negatively is not a good thing. But instead of saying, hey, what they need to be doing here is
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's what I see, and I still see this today. Same position. I just put out a video yesterday here about this. It's one thing to talk about poverty. It's another thing when people aren't trying to do anything about it. When you just throw up your hands and say, I quit, I give up, that's where I start to get an issue. You know, and the OFW program is not the answer to every problem in the country. You know, and that seems to be the only thing that you talk to someone that's lower class about what's going on, they think going overseas it solves everything.
All right, with OFW, I have first-hand experience with that because I worked in a meat processing plant. And I can tell you, I watched your video on that topic and I was like, you got a lot of points wrong because, all right, I working there, I was on $29 an hour, they were on $19 an hour. So they got paid less. Still take home after tax about $750. Also, they had their accommodation taken care of and a van that took them to and from work. The only thing they had to cover was their food to obviously survive. They basically had their families working in. It was like father, mother, daughters, son.
Okay, let me ask you 2 questions. Number 1 question: whatever their job was there vacancies inside the Philippines?
Well, this was basically a commercial pig slaughterhouse. It was pigs come in, pigs get chopped up, pigs get put in a box and a bag and out. They don't have that sort of facilities there, from my understanding.
Any country, including America and Australia, does not have a right to export workers when they have openings inside their own country. Someone else's nation, when your own nation's not built.
Oh yeah, but a lot of the workers don't want to go to that kind of work.
Okay,
sometimes
but the difference is, why would you stay in the country, earn, like you said, 500 pesos a day? When they come to Australia, they're making $750 a week. All right, they could send 500 of that back. That would be at least probably 25, 30,000 pesos a week they can send back to their family. They could work here for, say, 5 years, go back to their home country, purchase a house, and be pretty comfortable. It's sort of like, I just didn't understand how you were so against
Oh,
then
okay.
when it can.
But you're still not answering the question. You're still not answering the question. Why do they have a right to go build someone else's country when their own country's not built? They'll go and build roads in Hong Kong, but the roads here have potholes.
But
It would be like it would be like America going and saying we're going to go build we're going to go build railroads systems all over the world. Everybody would laugh and go like, Amtrak sucks, guys. You know, it's just that's the one issue. The second issue, it separates families.
Oh, I understand that it separates families, but anybody that bloody does a job, you end up leaving their house at one time and you come back home at another time. Yes, anybody is away.
I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about long distance. You don't see them for a long time. Yes, I understand what you're trying to say. But the simple fact is that over there, my understanding is why. This is my argument. Why would you earn 2,000, 3,000 pesos a week when you could come to a different country, earn 10 to 20 times as much money, and be able to send that back home to actually help your family? Money is key here.
First of all, that's not exactly the case. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of OFWs come back to the Philippines and all the money that they thought they had here has been wasted on alcohol.
If you could spend 30K in a week on booze, then you're doing pretty well. That argument doesn't sit well with me, mate. There has to be more to it.
How much time have you spent in the Philippines?
Well, I haven't spent time. I'm there in February. I've made this very clear. People know that. I do pay rent. I do pay electricity. I do pay water for my partner, and I do supply her food or an allowance. So I do have a rough idea on the cost of living and how things go.
If they have 4,000 pesos, especially a poor family, they're going to get drunk, and all their extended family is going to get drunk. That's just what happens. And if they got the money for alcohol, they're going to drink. It is a major, major problem here. I would say alcoholism is the biggest problem in the country. And we're going to see it on full display tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, it's New Year's Eve. People get drunk on New Year's Eve. So pointing out that people on New Year's Eve, I could grab my phone and go down to my local bay at 11 o'clock and you'll see people puking in the sidewalks. It's not something new. It's New Year's. Come on, I'm going to call you out on that. No.
I listen. I'm not saying that it's not New Year's. I'm just saying it will be on full display. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. But the issue that I'm trying to drive home there is a lot of these OFWs, they come back and they don't have a lot when they do come back. For one, for two, and then you've got the issue of prostitution that happens. It does happen. And you've got the issue of OFWs that go up missing, that end up being kidnapped and killed for their organs. This stuff does happen, especially in the Middle East.
Yes,
so those
I agree and disagree with some of the things you say. But
that's okay. I'm just presenting to you where I stand on the issue and why I stand where I stand. You're free to disagree. I'm cool with people disagreeing, and you're being respectful about it. I'm cool with that. But I'm just telling you this is where I've formed my view. So.
Right, somebody else chime in. I've done enough talking. It's not the Alan show, it's a Big Kev show. So Big Kev, fire away, mate.
Hey, buddy,
just come online.
Both guys had good composure. You had no name calling. I thought you guys were gonna
Yeah,
sing
he's
Kumbaya.
Mate, I don't hate the bloke. I know exactly what he's doing. I used to do it myself, but I did have some genuine questions and I wanted answered. He answered some of them. Some of them I wished he answered better. But at the end of the day, nobody fight, nobody swore, and yeah, it was a good rant. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So, hey, Kev, I was going to ask you, did you talk to your kids on Christmas?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. They all are doing good.
Cool. Now, are you trying to get them to the States? Is that what the deal is?
I'm trying a little bit of both right now. I'm just seeing what is good for them, and what is easy for me to do.
Well, the reason I asked that is because getting you back to the Philippines is not going to be easy. That's why I was wondering if you were just going to try and get them to the States. Now,
It like it could be a little bit costly.
one thing that I don't understand, and then I got to roll, is now your kids. Now, is it your wife or your girlfriend? I never did catch that.
Mom-in-law wife.
Oh, it's your wife. Okay. Anyways, I gotta kick a call, guys.
Oh, when you leave, huh? Really?
Alabama.
You let me leave.
Oh really?
Peter Vanderveer's an idiot, man. Just plain and simple. He said to me, talks about this, talks about that. Well, I don't like OFWs. I don't like this. It's not his country to like. They go over there to make money. They go over there so they can
Get up.
take care of their families. And he's a fucking idiot, man. Just that simple. Peter Vanderveer, from the word get go, he's as dumb as a box of rocks, man. Just that simple. He wouldn't know his ass on the hole ground if it was slap him in the face, man. He's stupid.
Oh, I thought it'd be good on the show at the same time.
Well, I was going to get him, but my voice the way it is, man, and I'm sick. It goes in and out.
Before you
mold in here.
away, tell us what you've been doing, what's been going on.
Shit, man, sitting at home trying to about getting ready to be moving out of here, and just that's about it, man. Just day to day life.
You haven't moved out yet.
No, I'll move out January 3rd. No, I can't move out until then. So, yeah.
And why do you want to move out? Just get a cheaper place?
No, cheaper and mold, dude. There's mold all in this house, man. There's mold everywhere here. It's keeping me sick.
Mold, or is it
I
just,
think it's sick. I look at here. It's black mold. Black
well,
mold.
it's not good for you?
No, it ain't. And I don't never go anywhere. So why the hell am I getting sick? I'm sitting at home. Why the fuck am I getting sick? I shouldn't be getting sick, and I'm getting sick. So yeah, when I'm out, I don't cough. I don't do none of that shit when I'm out. It's only when I'm here. So yeah.
So what else is going on? Do you get a new woman in your wallet?
Well, that's to be discussed some other time. Right now, that's not even open for discussion now. You guys will see pretty soon.
Keeping us what, in suspense?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
So
man. Yeah. Blink if you get a new woman there.
I hear you, Blink. I hear you. But just living life day to day, man. Watching movies and watching YouTube, and that's about it.
Oh, well, that's
Getting out of the
cool.
house for time.
Everything is going good for you right now?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. And when Peter Vanderveer running his mouth talking, what's that motherfucker got, dude? He don't have a place to live. He don't have a pot to piss in, right? But yet he keeps running his fucking mouth and talking shit. Saying this, saying that about people here. Dude, he's living on the streets with a big fat Filipino either. I don't know if it's a lady boy or a girl. You can't tell because the titties is bigger than his fucking head. Yeah, I seen him here in Cebu, dude, and he took off running. No,
Yeah, I didn't know you guys had a beef. I thought you guys cleared up that since last year.
no, I don't like him, man. I don't like him. He don't deserve to be in the great. He don't deserve to be here. This country is good, you know what I mean? It's not full of bad people like he thinks it is. If he don't like this country, then why the fuck does he stay here? If he don't like
That
the
was
food, why the hell
actually
does he stay here? It
that
makes
was
no
my
sense.
question. He makes videos about how bad it is, how poor it is, how dirty it is, how this doesn't work, how that doesn't work, how many problems there are. But he
Yeah.
continues to stay there. The first thing I'd be doing if I hated a country that much, I'd be buying the
I'd leave.
first ticket out of there.
Yeah.
That's it.
You don't see him. But he stays. Why the hell does he stay? He hates it so much. Why?
Hey, Scott. Oh, well,
Hey
yeah.
guys, I'm gonna take it off here, but I'm leaving the channel open. So, anyways, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna get off pretty soon. Bama's voice is not very good, and
No,
we are
it's not, man.
the 2 hour mark. I don't want to get over 2 hours, so yeah, Bama,
All right,
I'm
guys.
just
Well, y'all be good, Kev. Thanks, man.
okay.
So anytime you want me on, dude, you're going to have to call me through this because I can't accept that link. It won't let me. It just goes to sign in Google accounts, and it brings me to Hangouts. It don't do anything but that. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's pretty good to get you on this way. So that worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
What's your plan for New Year's?
My plans for New Year's tomorrow, I think I'm going to go and hang out with some friends, maybe drink a little bit, enjoy myself, have some fun, not get drunk, but just go and hang out with some people and do nothing. Yeah.
Well,
That's basically about it.
that sounds like a pretty good. I'm gonna probably have a show that on that time. So yeah, you could even come by, have a couple of
If I'm
drinks.
home, I will. Then if I'm home, I will. Then if I'm not, then I'll just talk to you some other time, man.
Yeah, yeah. Seth is gonna probably come on, and um, I'm gonna try to get Aloe. I'm talked to Aloe earlier, so yeah.
Yeah.
Came by. I didn't know you. Peter was had a problem with her, but
Dude, I don't like Peter, man. I've never liked him, dude. The way he talks about the community and the women here, the way he talks about OFWs, man, he needs to go to fucking hell. Just needs to drop off the face of the earth. It's just that simple. If you don't like something, leave. It's like with me here. You know what I mean? You've seen what I went through. And you said I come up. And look at him now. You know what I mean? And look at him, dude. He's dirty. He stinks. He's stealing from the Filipino people. He's robbing them. Doing it, just being very disrespectful and not having any conscience about it. And that's irritating, man. I don't like it.
he's a Christian man, and let him be a roommate with you.
No roommate. Live by myself.
All right, well, I'm just trying to help out. Oh, so what?
No
What?
roommate.
What about a good senorita?
Well, when I move, I'm going to be moving into a one bedroom, as you guys seen. I'll give you guys a better tour when I get moved in there.
Well,
But like I said, you know what I mean? It's me having another girl right now. You know what I mean? That's for me to know and for everybody to find out at a later time. I'm not saying I got one. I'm not saying I don't. You guys assume what you want us to.
You could do it here on my show, right here in the bullpen, and just let everybody know what's happening. There's a lot want to know what you're doing, brother.
Yeah, and dude, you was being calm and collected with Peter. There ain't no way in hell I could have been that fucking nice to him, man. I would have been that nice to him.
I knew if I start yelling, if I start cursing, I knew I had to keep it cool, calm, collective. The simple fact is, I know that if he's
you're a better man than I.
He'll fucking run like he did when he saw your name show up. The second you showed up, it's like, oh, I've got a call now. So yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I got you do it, he's a bitch. He's a coward, man. Talking about Rike, man. You know what I mean? Henry would whoop his ass just like Ned would whoop his ass. You would, Big Kev, me, Jay, Ren. I mean, come on, man. He's the man. I've never in my life, dude, seen somebody that's so hated by a majority of expats here than one motherfucker like him. I mean, I hate being sick.
he's the big guy. He might whip your ass. So you gotta be careful.
Kevin, I was a mountain for 18 years. I handled guys twice your size and got them out the door. Don't let the size fool you, boss. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
It's not difficult to handle somebody like him. Break his fucking knees, get him in a guillotine, make him pass out.
Yeah,
And then
yeah. But you kind of tall, so you gotta maybe get on a stool and
no,
get
now
headlock.
you're trying to be funny. Ha 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 ha.
I'm just trying to wow,
Fucking knees.
what I do.
See the way I was taught is the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Every man has kneecaps. I don't give a damn who you are. You hit a motherfucker knee, he's gonna drop like a rock.
Yeah, well,
I don't
hey,
care who you are.
be nice to my kneecaps, Billy. My kneecaps suck. So
You hit any man in the knee, I don't care who he is.
yeah, kneecaps are not a good place right now.
Yeah, I know I heard about your knee surgeries, man. I hope you get to feeling better. Well, I'm gonna get off here, man, dude. My throat's like killing me, and I'm like drinking water like crazy.
I
Like
want
really dry.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to you.
The late Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, you too, and the other guy, Merry Christmas, late Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, man.
We got
Don't
Alan
drink.
here, we got Fred here, and
Yeah, Fred, here we go.
we got our audience, and they're listening to you.
Yeah. All right, Kev. Well, I'm gone, man. Y'all be good, boss. Take care of yourselves. I'm out. Later.
All right, brother, take it easy, be safe. Happy New Year's.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in as well. Yeah, and also there's 28 of you in here. Hit the like button as well. I've got a crash, mate. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here. So
Yeah.
take care, everyone. Have a happy, safe New Year's. Don't drink. Don't drink and drive. Don't be a dickhead. And come home safe.
Yeah, buddy. I'll talk to you later on. We're gonna have another show later, so yeah, I'll talk to you later on. Yeah, you guys. Thanks, Alan. I want to say thanks to Fred for stopping by. Even say thanks to Peter, Peter and Bama. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later on. It was always a pleasure having you guys swing by and hang out with us. If anything, I hope you guys got some kind of entertainment from my show. Maybe Richard's going to be on a little bit later. It was kind of early for him to get out of his bed. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later on. Maybe we'll find out what's going on later. This is Big Kevin saying, hey, always be safe. Smash that like button and sanitize 7. Have a good one. Yeah. All right, you guys. God bless you guys. Merry Christmas and definitely a Happy New Year's and be safe. Alan, thanks, brother. All right, you guys. I'm out of here.